Alright, hey, what's going on? It's Ben here playing Midrange Vetruvian, and I did change up a few things with this deck since the last time I played it. Okay, I probably should have replaced first, but give me a break. The Jaxi is the best turn 2 play in this deck. I think so. I really do think so, because it's pretty much the one with the potential for most value. Pyromancer is pretty good also. Although I would still play it on that position since I do want to contest the Mana Spring, so I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Ooh, Pyromancer. Just be using 3 mana here. Then next turn I might go bananas with the mana. Because I'm going to spend really 1 mana for this Blood Tier Alchemist. And then I'm just blocking off both these mana tiles. Anyway, so the inspiration for this deck is actually, I originally wanted to play with Sag because, you know, artifacts and Sag work pretty well together. The only problem is that Sag really is missing out on a bunch by using the artifacts because, you know, it turns out that the Sag's Bloodborne spell is not even good with the artifacts. Well, it's only good in very limited situations, such as you have... that's very interesting. Primarily when you have something like an Ironcliff Guardian that's just huge and hard to remove, and then you want to use Sag's Bloodborne spell with your artifact to deal 8 damage, but it turns out that doesn't kill the Ironcliff Guardian also. You lose the artifact, and that's pretty much a whole deal. So typically, Sag's Bloodborne spell, on the worst case, it's an extra 2 damage to a minion. Well, guess what? Xerx's Windshroud also does pretty much the same thing. And the upside is that Xerx is not situational. Xerx's Bloodborne spell with the Dunecaster is not situational. It's proactive play, 4/4 charge, that's always good. It's always good. So yeah, I think I'm just going to develop another blast guy. That's insane. I'm already getting so much value out of this. Oh, another Starfire Scarab. Well, I'm going to riddle you with holes, my friend. Yeah, I'm sorry if you were hoping to see some female Vetruvian general action. Turns out that artifacts is just better with Xerx. I mean, although I'm not even using artifacts right now. But I do like the combos with the artifacts. I might actually want to replace the Repulsor Beast with the Silhouette Tracer just because it's awesome. I might just be playing another Starfire Scarab. Alright, let's get rid of the Primus Fist then. See what I can grab. I guess if I'm going for the tempo, I might as well use a Repulsor Beast to get rid of it. I have 2 Repulsor Beasts, so that's very nice. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to be losing out on my Bloodborne spell, but that's okay. I'm already so far ahead now. He wasn't able to deal with these blast guys, so he's in a lot of trouble. And the follow-up with their Mora Healer is just beautiful. Just beautiful. In fact, I think he's facing lethal damage. 12 plus Bloodborne spell is pretty much a game. Chaos Elemental is quite interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It is a tempo play, 3 mana 4/4, although it's kind of weaker considering different types of stuff. Oh. That's brutal. What am I going to do without my blast minion? Alright, Dunecaster. It's kind of ironic that I'm not really getting value out of a Dunecaster. Oh well, a healer should be just fine. Dunecaster I still want to keep because it's direct damage. And I'll position it here so in general won't be able to move around too much. All these cards are still viable. Ooh, Astral Phasing, so even a Repulsor Beast of his own won't really do much. I just loved seeing a Starfire Scarab fly around the board. It hasn't happened yet, but I mean, maybe I should do it with this Starfire Scarab. Can't do much about it. Ooh. No, I still have the answer to everything. Everything! Oh, that's... I guess he's just playing cards that are, like, relatively good. Oh, next turn I do have a nice Wind Strike turn. Hopefully he doesn't drop the White Widow, because that would be pretty tough. Yeah, it looks like he did the double replace first. This is kind of an interesting inclusion. I'm not sure how valuable it is. Maybe I should include it in Zoo Magma. Nah, I don't really like the stats. By itself it's not great, and I mean, I don't really need to cycle through my deck that much. Veteran Slither would be pretty deadly. Brutal! Though I can develop a Starfire Scarab at this point, which is pretty deadly in its own right. As long as he's unable to remove it. I guess I should replace a staff at this point. Maybe I should make an attack in there. I'm not really sure if that's going to be helpful. I think I'm just going to end my turn here. Ooh, Dunecaster. The follow-up here is probably a Repulsor Beast, and then I can pretty much get rid of the Veteran Slither with my Starfire Scarab, which is huge on value if I can get rid of it for free. He might use the Egg Morph on it. That would be pretty good for me. Well, it wouldn't be that great, because I think it's alright, because it's enough tempo for me to close out the game, I would imagine. That's kind of unusual. I guess he has a way to remove the Majax. I don't think he has a Spirit Harvester upcoming. That's interesting. Well, looks like it's a Dunecaster turn. I do also want to develop a Wind Strike. So I guess developing a Wind Strike would not be bad. Let's get rid of the Dunecaster. I don't really know what I want to get rid of. I guess a Wind Strike is technically the weakest. Yeah. Alright, so let's get rid of this Veteran Slither and just develop another Starfire Scarab. Just going to use one Egg Morph probably to remove one of them. Hopefully he won't be able to get rid of the other one. And a Morai Healer. Oh, this is pretty decent. Well, it feels weird that I'm not playing out the Dunecaster, but you know, Starfire Scarabs are doing pretty nicely. If I can get Astral Phasing, then that is pretty deadly. Oh, so you can get rid of the guy. That's good for him. Yeah, I will get rid of his artifact next turn. For sure. Let's get rid of a Second Wish. Not really applicable here. These Dunecasters, I want to use them so bad. You have to place a Morai Healer in front of him because you don't really want any shenanigans to go around with Dance and Blades. At least two guys aren't really doing much. I guess the young Slither might be able to kill it. That would be troublesome. Oh man. That's too big! Oh, Metamorphosis! Why? Please. Hopefully no Spirit Harvester. But well, yeah, I have a direct damage in my hand, so I'm not too worried about that. Bounded Life Force. Well, Bounded Life Force doesn't kill me, so no misplays were made. Totally accounted for. Yeah. If he uses Bounded Life Force to heal, I think I'll be able to take him out. I guess it'll be a tie. No, it's not going to be a tie. So it seems unlikely he'll be able to do anything. He definitely needs to use an Earth Sphere, I guess. Earth Sphere and Repulsor Beast. That's pretty much a deal that helps him win. Unfortunately, my Bloodborne spell does not activate. I really need to keep track of when I can use it. Typically, you just watch your opponents if he's used his. I guess it'll be kind of confusing if both of you weren't using your Bloodborne spells. But yeah, it looks like it's it. Yeah, Metamorphosis was not enough, but Metamorphosis to get rid of the Morai Healer and Starfire Scarab was really brutal. Oh, ooh, War Beast. That didn't really make any sense. Well, this is a hand that doesn't put on much pressure. I guess today is a day where I use the artifacts. Let's get rid of a healer. Technically, Siphon Energy is not very useful against Lion-R. There isn't really many targets to use Siphon Energy on. So I'm going to just develop a staff. And let's start using Blast. Oh yeah. Hopefully not Rust Crawler. That'll be brutal. Makes for some interesting plays, really. I guess Jaxi is not very useful in this case. Dunecaster. The 1 damage is super big, though. Can't really deal with it. I do want to use a Repulsor Beast. I think maybe a Siphon Energy and Wind Strike is the best play here. Get rid of the Azure Lion. I guess I lose 2 of artifacts, but at least I don't lose all of it. He might use a Tempest to remove all of it, but then that's fine. But it looks like he's not doing that. But if he puts a big minion, that's fine with me. Hopefully not a Dalatas. That would be intense. There, Azure Lion, okay. Oh, he's going for that play. I do want to use a second wish. Yeah, I think I'll use a second wish, just even though I'm just removing a guy. I put the second wish on the Dunecaster since it's the best thing to avoid something. Yeah, it's pretty much the best play to avoid silence, although Tempest is pretty good. No, but if he uses Tempest, he won't be able to get rid of the Dunecaster. Yeah, so it's pretty excellent. Oh, look at this army of guys! You 4-2s, 4 1-2-3s, so many 4s. Dude, Ironcliff Guardian me, bro. I've been wait. Well, that stinks. Alright, but that's quite a lot of damage. Unfortunately, this is silence. I don't get my stuff going. Alright, well that was that was really alright. Blasted! I'll remove the Astral Phasing. Not really a card that I need right now. I probably want to hold on to the Blood Tier Alchemist just in case of, you know, the Arcane Heart. Otherwise, I'm pretty set. If he has a Lantern Fox, then I'll probably use a staff to get rid of it. Yeah, a little bit too far forward. Am I right? Alright, so I can not develop the Wind Strike, unfortunately. I kind of want to keep all this stuff as well. Let's develop the first wish and see what I can grab first. Well, that's a big surprise. Now let's just set up for me grabbing a Mana Spring next turn. Although there isn't really an obvious thing that I want to develop. Next turn I guess I could develop Wind Strike. Or more a healer. If I'm lucky I could develop both of them and just... I can use 2 of the Mana Springs and just develop a healer. I think the obvious play for him is to just remove the artifact. At least that's a hope. If things were to go so easily, I would be surprised. Oh yeah, that's definitely a much stronger way of removing the artifact. Oh, he doesn't want me to use it. Anything. Wow, that was brutal. That was quite a great play. I need to get rid of that as well. I mean, I can't really let that hang around. Let's remove the artifact. Astral Phasing. I do want to ping off the Flameblood Warlock. I guess I wouldn't really be able to remove his artifact this turn anyway. Alright, so I guess this is fine. I can just attack him over here. develop a Wind Strike and ping off his artifact a little bit. Very strong here. Astral Phasing is still not useful, so I might just remove that next turn. Although I have a Starfire Scarab, so that's pretty sweet. It's kind of a debate whether I want to get rid of the artifact or not. Wow. Well, that's not good. Let's get rid of the Astral Phasing. That Inner Focus play was way too much. Way too much. I guess I have to hope for it to land on a good spot, otherwise I just lose here. Alright, it landed on a good spot, so I'm safe. Safe-ish, I guess. Or hopefully the healers will do enough to close the game. I probably should have kept the Astral Phasing, actually. I might have a Puddle. Alright, I don't need a Wind Strike because I have a lot of late game cards. Alright, let's put it all on the healer. It's kind of fortunate if he has an answer to it, but there's not much I can do apart from just developing the healer. I don't really need 2 blasts. Onyx Bear Seal always have to happen. I'm sorry about that. That's not good. I'm also taking a lot of damage still. A lot of serious damage. Still want to use a healer, even though I just lost one to a Puddle. Still pretty tough. Actually, a Wind Shroud can land on a bad spot, but that's okay. Landed on an okay spot. Let's just hope I don't die. I probably do die though. Not really much going on. A Yellow Blast. Not really useful right now, since I'm way close to his general. I don't think it works diagonally. Does it? There's one straight line, not one diagonal line, but diagonal lines are straight, so I have no idea. Don't really have a way to develop lethal damage either. Probably want to remove my heavy guys, because I want direct damage so I can outrace him. Oh, okay. Yeah, that Sojourner had quite a bit of value. Not quite 9 yet. I could just blast. Might as well. Direct damage, direct damage. I guess Pyromancer is not really direct damage. I should have developed it in front of me so I can prevent shenanigans. I don't know. Well, I feel like this is okay. Yeah, this does threaten lethal, so that's great. Now I should have put the Pando over here. Yeah, so I'm limiting his options to move up.
Another Saturday night alone. See the ghosts scream on the walls. All your words are flying, messing up my mind, my mind. I would like to kill this thing, but I can't. Doesn't matter. I don't know when to love me again. I'll say, make no.
Oh man, I was scared. One off. Alright, hey, welcome to the end of the video, and if you enjoyed what you saw and want to see some more Duelyst action, be sure to play out the Doomcaster here on the Menace Spring. And if you just want to subscribe, be sure to use the Repulsor Beast on the Wrathling. It's totally worth it. and just take him out. See ya!